Hi, I'm Sherry from Homeschooling on a Wing and a Prayer blog. I decided to go ahead and put a little bit of a video series together. It is the new year, and I know a lot of us are really trying to get organized and think of the new coming school year. And one of those options is having a teacher's lesson planner. Now, I actually have not used one for quite a few years, and I found that I just was kind of spinning my wheels. I just was not getting done what I had hoped to get done. And I really feel that by putting it in a planner, I'll be more organized and I will definitely get more accomplished, not only for my son's sake, but for mine in regards to what I hope to have him finish before he graduates. I also know that I cannot be the only one who's sitting there going, do I buy a pre-purchased one? Or, I'm sorry, pre-designed one, or do I create my own? So let's talk about those pros and cons. Now, before I do, I did a lot of research on YouTube and I've gone to several blogs as well. And I'd like to thank all those ladies who have those videos and posts out there that really describe how they create or they use pre-done ones for their family. And I got to tell you, I've come up with some great tips, and I really was sold on the Erin Condren because of the videos I've been seeing. There are several others out there. There are those that are specific to homeschool families, and I've actually used a couple different ones in the past. The first one I chose many moons ago when my oldest was in high school, and I have to tell you, it was so boring. I could barely get through a couple pages. I only used it to keep records of her grades. It was that bad. I have also reviewed one, and it was okay. It really was, but I just didn't stick with it, and I think one of the reasons was the lack of bright colors and other things. And even though it was specific to homeschoolers, I wasn't even using a lot of the pages because it just didn't meet our needs at that time. So there's a plus or minus depending on how you want to say that. So already pre-done, you know that it's going to have, hopefully you've purchased one that has good quality paper. It's already bound. It's put together and organized and hopefully has a lot of color and graphics. And yes, that is my cat, and she just cannot not be on video, and I can't keep remaking these, so that's staying. Also, on the positives on your own homeschool lesson planner, you can literally design it to fit your current needs. The only trouble, of course, is going to be finding those actual pages. You may have to end up creating your own, which is a time consumer, so that would go under the con. Also, for the con on the pre-done one, obviously it's not set up for specifically the Erin Condren is not set up for a homeschooler, so you will have to take some of those pages and modify them, which, you know what, I'm creative enough, and I've watched, like I said, enough videos of other ladies who are creative, and I think I can utilize a fair amount of this to compensate for the cost. Speaking of which, definite con, this is $59. Well, if I had several kids in junior high and high school, I would buy one, no questions asked, because I just wouldn't want to take the time to mess with all this. It's already pre-done. I could easily tweak it to fit our needs. But because I only have one student right now, I've really been weighing the cost. And then I heard that they do run a sale on the current year's planners, which are not necessarily dated. There might be some calendars in there, but that's no big deal. For the most part, all the planning pages are free for you to adjust to the current year. So if I can get this when it's on sale, I believe they said like 30% off in the spring, I think I'll go this route, simply because my time is also just as important as my money, and I really, really, really like that one. If that fails, then for sure I will go into my own personal planner, and I'm already preparing for that option. So what I will do is if I choose this, I will do a video showing you how I have taken those pages that didn't fit and recreate them, if you will, to fit our needs. If I am unable to do that, I definitely have to go this route, and I will continue on with finishing this planner. I will also have a video showing you how I made these, and I'm going to go ahead and do that anyways because I know some people just like their own planners, and maybe some of the ideas I have can help you. Then the second video would be some of the pages and things that I'm planning on putting inside. And the third video would be the whole thing put together, bound, and I could do a quick run through with at least as close as I can get cost for putting that together. So 3 or 1, doesn't matter. I will continue to provide some answer as to what we choose to do. And again, I hope this is helpful to you. All right. Cons. Expensive. Not exactly made for homeschooling families, so you will have to spend a little bit of time and probably a little bit more money if you want to pre-purchase stickers to fix those pages. Con, time consuming, really, really time consuming. I spent a whole day and a half just making these covers. Now, I am a scrapbooker, so I kind of go a little bit overboard, and I actually enjoyed doing it, but it really was a time consumer. You could easily find a download and print a cover and get it laminated. Not a big deal. And speaking of this one, you are going to have to come up with some interior pages, and that's another con because it is expensive. You either have to buy a pre-made download, and there's lots of great ladies who have some. You can get some for free, but you can't get all of them, and they may not exactly be what you want anyway, so you're going to have to spend time modifying them, stuff like that. And then, of course, the cost of getting it all together, printed, bound, all that kind of stuff. One of the reasons I'm really leaning towards this is the color, the color, the color. I'm the one that has to sit and do this, and I need something that's going to draw me in and beg me to come back every day and do what I need to do. This one really speaks to me. I can add a little bit more color in here on my pages and stuff, but that jacks up the price because of color ink. And for me, I've already figured I'm going to have to go through at least 1 black and then 1 color cartridge, and that's already up to $35, which when this is on sale is I think only $41. So that's where I'm at right now. The biggest thing I did want to point out though, regardless of which way you choose to do this, is that it will be a loss of funds for your family if you don't use it. It will not help you stay organized if you don't use it. And there will never, ever, ever, never be a perfect planner. You may be able to tweak out over the years and come up with something that's darn close for your family, but there will never, ever be a perfect planner. So don't go in thinking you're going to find it, especially if you're making your own, because trust me, I've spent hours on the internet looking for different forms, and still a lot of them don't speak to me. And again, every year is going to be different. I have been doing this for over 20 years, and I can tell you right now, each year something's going to come up. So you're either going to add a student, delete a student, you're going to have things going on in your family life that are going to definitely speak to the way you schedule out your homeschool. Anyhow, again, please keep in mind I will have at least 1 more video if I go this route, 2 more videos with the insides and the final, but I am definitely going to do one on how I create this. So the only way you're ever going to find out about these, unless you keep coming back, is to subscribe. It will notify you of new videos. Please do that. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, I have a whole lot of other videos coming out for this new year, and I don't want you to miss them. So thanks for watching.